Hello, welcome back to Keto Homestead with Jess. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm just waking up, getting coffee on. Trying to get YouTube up on the screen so we can see what's going on. Alright, I think I'm set up. Maybe. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. I don't know if you can or not. It's early. Oh my gosh. Y'all, the kitchen is a hot mess. I don't even know where anything is right now.
Good morning. Today is Saturday, June 17th.
That scared the heck out of me.
It's 7:20 a.m.
Gosh.
Currently, it's 54 degrees and feels like 53 with clear skies. You can expect partly cloudy skies starting later this morning, continuing until afternoon. Today's high will be 77 degrees at 5 p.m. and feel like 76. The low is 51.
Scared the daylights out of me. Says we got 3 in the chat. Hello and welcome. Good to see you all. I hope you slept well. I woke up super late compared to what I normally wake up. I've been waking up late though all week with this rain. It's funny how a little bit of rain, or even a lot of rain, can just throw your whole body out of whack. Hey, good to see you. How are you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. Hope all is well. I haven't had my morning coffee yet. I'm working on my apple cider vinegar. So if I'm not awake quite yet, I apologize. And I don't know what's going on with the computer in the kitchen, or I should say the keyboard. I had to go on my phone because I can't get the keyboard to turn on or work. Or I don't know if the cats did something to it, or I'm just not smart enough to figure out how to work it, but it's not working. And that's the first time that's happened to me. So I gotta wait until Barrett wakes up to figure it out for me. He's my tech guy. Where is? Oh, there it is. Good morning, Gemma. How are you? Can you guys hear me okay? I know my speaker on my phone is like a little messed up, so I don't know if y'all can hear me okay or not. Ouch. I'm being destructive to myself this morning. I'm okay. You Yes, can hear you. Yes, you can hear. Okay, thank you, Gemma. Thank you so much. Twin Brook Acres, good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I'm just trying to I can't talk, motivate myself to get this kitchen cleaned back up. I figured I'd bring you guys along with me and spend the morning together. For some of you that haven't been in here, I've been down for like a week. My back has flared up with all the rain we've been getting. So I haven't touched the house in almost a week. So now I gotta play catch up. Thank you, Nikki. Sounds good. I'm doing better. Yesterday was the first day of no rain. Well, I shouldn't say no rain because it rained at like 7 o'clock in the morning when I woke up, but the rest of the day was nice. There was no rain. So yesterday was like the first day I could like get up and move around. So that was nice. I was starting to feel a lot better. This morning, I woke up pretty achy. But that's probably because I pushed myself too much yesterday. I did the farmer's market and then I did my Friday night mixer. So hopefully I'll have another good day today though. Yes, me too. I'm so glad I can move a little. Let me tell you, being stuck in bed for a few days at a time is no fun. And personally, when I'm in that much pain, I don't ever want anybody to see me like that. And it's just tough. It's a hard one. And I don't feel like socializing or talking to anybody. I'm just like not in a good mood because I'm in pain. So I just try to stay away from everyone. Poor Barrett gets the brunt of everything though. Back pain sucks. I understand. Yes, it does. I think the worst part about it though is when I do go through like a 4-day episode or 7-day or whatever it is. Everything gets so far behind and I gotta play catch up. Thankfully, I had kept up with laundry the week before, so I think I only have one load of laundry to do, which is cool. But I didn't put anything away from the farmer's market, so that's all on the kitchen table. I gotta get all that stuff away. I got loads of dishes to do. I know how to fix back pain, but don't recommend it. I just pray I don't have to go. Like my worst fear is having to go through back surgery again, and I just pray that I can toughen it out and I don't have to go through back surgery again. I don't know. I don't want to. Had severe back pain for 20 years, then got hit by a car on the icy road. Oh my gosh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's scary. I definitely don't want to do whatever was out of whack in my back was knocked back into place. No more back pain. That's amazing, though. I mean, I'm sorry you got hit by a freaking car. That's insane. But I'm glad the back pain's gone. I hate when I drop stuff in the morning and I gotta try to bend over to pick it up. Um, Good morning from UK. Hope you're feeling better soon. I never catch you live. It's a pleasure. Well, good morning, and thank you so much for coming in. It's a pleasure to see you too. That's awesome that you got to catch me this morning. That's what I do. All these different lives in the mornings or in the evenings, and I try so that everybody can make it. So yesterday, for some of you that weren't in my live yesterday, I did a farmer's market yesterday, and I took the kittens and tried to get rid of the kittens, give them new homes, and I think they know it, and they're mad at me, and they have been terrorists ever since I brought them home. Nobody wanted kittens, so they came home, and they've been crazy ever since. They're paying me back. Everything else hurts now, but my back is fine. Oh, wow. I just wish, like, I know it's a big wish, but I just wish I didn't have any pain. It should just go away. I've been trying to do, like, pelvic floor exercises. They say if you strengthen your pelvic and your lower back with these exercises and stuff, it'll take your back pain away, but I don't know. I always forget to do them. But I do always, like, if I'm doing yard work or something, if I'm raking or using the hoe in the garden or anything like that, I always make sure to, like, tighten my stomach muscles really tight. So that'll strengthen the lower back too. I don't know. Can you hear them, you guys? These cats are going nuts. Let's see if I can flip this. Sorry, you have to see my chin. Let's see if I can flip this. Ah! That's not what I want. Good camera. Come on. They got my house tore up. Just being rotten playing. Where'd you go now? They're just like everywhere. Mama's over there scouting them out. Oh my gosh, look at that. They're nuts. Crazy cats. I can't keep up with them. Anyway, they're being nuts today. This morning I wake up, and they had my purse. Somehow they got my purse and drug it out, and it was on the kitchen floor, and they took everything out of my purse. What the heck? Have you ever seen a chiropractor? Hey Joe, good to see you. Yes, I've seen several chiropractors. I've seen naturopathics. I've seen wolfing physicians. I've seen acupuncture, dry needling. I've done everything I could possibly think of doing. And then, of course, my last result was I had to have emergency back surgery. So, I don't know. Joe says, "Geez, Jess, you're not having a good day." Well, today's a lot better. We don't have rain yet, so I'm just waiting for. It takes me about an hour to 2 hours to get my back to straighten up once I wake up, and usually after a couple hours, then I'm good to go. But I had we were talking, Joe, that I had 4 days in bed with back pain. Yep, 5 months, Joe. You've been a member for 5 months. That's awesome, huh? I love my chiropractor. He's bloody awesome. You know, I love my chiropractor too, and I used to love going to him, but with my back the way it is, it just I don't know, when he uses that bed that like I don't even know what it calls. You call it, but the chiropractor bed, and it goes down when he cranks the not the buttons or whatever it is. Excuse me, and it makes your pelvic go down, and it makes that big noise. It freaks me out. Like it makes my whole back and stomach cringe. Like I feel like my whole back's gonna fall out. And it used to not bother me, but like any sudden movement like that to my back now really, really bothers me. I haven't been to the chiropractor in a long time, and it just freaks me out. I don't want them to accidentally hurt me worse than what I am. I felt like only yesterday I was sending my 4 month super chat. Well, that's good then. That's a good sign, right? I'm not boring you then. It means that our time together is flying because you're having a good time, right? Neither have I. I think I'll need to go soon as I've done something to my back and it's quite tender. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it starts feeling better. So I've got lemon balm. I took to the farmer's market yesterday, and this is what I have left over. I've got 3 bunches. So I need to hang these and get them drying where the cats aren't going to tear them up. Crazy cats. I gotta get everything put away. Let's see. I gotta get water in my incubator. Precisely. I love your enthusiasm and your great chats. Oh, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. He's can't. Oh my god, Lanta. You're killing me. We found somebody like shot a golf ball into the field the other day. We found, well, I don't know when they shot it into the field, but there was a golf ball laying in the field the other day, and we brought it in for the kittens to play with, and they went crazy on this golf ball. It was hilarious. They were like ping pong balls. These fuzz butts were running across the kitchen trying to catch this golf ball. It was hilarious. Between all my health issues at the moment, I'm not having a great time of late. Then to top all off, someone lost their load of long coach screws, and we picked one up in one of our tires. Oh no! $104 to fix. The tire ended up being deemed non-repairable due to the damage. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a lot of freaking money. A lot of money. Tires are ridiculous anymore. Oh, we've had a pretty hard time too here of late as well, Joe. Um, we've been trying to stay up with the bills and everything, but it's just so hard. Everything just keeps going up higher and higher. And thankfully, praise the Lord, we did that farmer's market yesterday, and I made $40 at the farmer's market. So that's enough to cover my internet bill. I have 5 days until they shut us off, the internet and home phone and stuff like that. So I had 5 days to come up with $40, and that is what I made at the farmer's market. Was full $40. Isn't that amazing? So we'll have to get into town and get that paid. So I was worried that I wouldn't be able to do my lives anymore or do any videos because the internet would be shut off. But the Lord came through for us, so we'll have it paid. Hey, Cookie, good morning. Hope all is well. And yes, that is one tire. I had to finish off replacing them as we only had one to go. It sent me back. I bet it's a lot of money. Joe, do you work? If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. I'm curious what you do for work, but don't feel obligated to answer. You don't have to. I'm just being nosy, I guess. Sorry, that was loud. And these are the cheapest tires we could get. Yeah, it's crazy. Ooh, that's cool. I do work. I work as a laborer. Wool hides at a local publisher slaughterhouse. That's cool. Do you like doing that? I wish I would have been a little wiser on my career when I was working. Had I known it would have caused me this much back trouble, I think I would have done, done something differently. I would hope anyway. I don't know. I honestly, I loved my job. I loved doing what I did when I was doing it, and I couldn't walk away. And I should have. It keeps me off the streets and it allows me to travel. So that's good. That's a bonus. We don't want to see you on the streets, that's for sure. So yeah, my day will be pretty boring. I'm just going to be getting the house back in order, hopefully. And then I'll probably walk out to the garden. I need to get a garden video update for you guys. Nothing's really happening. I mean, everything's growing, it's getting big, but nothing's fruiting yet. I'm not getting any harvest yet. So the garden's just sitting, growing, and I'm trying really hard to be patient. Yesterday, I think I walked the garden. I walked out there like 3 times. That's my patience. I don't have much of it. I'm gonna take it easy today. Try to ice my bath because I think I overdid it yesterday. But it was exciting. It was the first farmer's market I ever did, and there were so many people to talk to. It wasn't bad at all. And everybody was super nice. As I as I tell people, it might not be the most glamorous job, but it is a job. It gives me freedom to do things that I would have done as a kid if I was allowed. So I think it's a cool job, in my opinion. I personally would rather be doing something like that than in a corporate office or something sitting behind a desk, you know? I'm a busybody. I gotta be moving and doing stuff with my hands and keeping my brain occupied. Hey, June, good to see you. I hope you slept well. We're just chit chatting about whatever. Whatever you guys want to talk about. You're keeping me motivated to get this kitchen clean. I'm not very motivated today, but since I'm live, it forces me to do the things I don't want to do. And it's a little different for me this morning because I'm on my phone and I'm not usually live on my phone. I was telling everybody a little bit ago that something's wrong with my mouse. I don't know what or not my mouse, but the keyboard. It won't turn on or won't work or something. I don't know. I gotta wait for Barrett to wake up to tell me what I did wrong. I don't know if the cats pushed something on it or I don't know. I'm not very techy when it comes to like stuff like that. I was super lazy last night. I did that my Friday night mixer in the farmer's market and I ate dinner in my office and I was so lazy. I didn't even bring my dishes to the kitchen or nothing. They're still back there in the office. Not horrible. Bad. I've been working for the company I work for now for 17 years. I've got in my 10-year and 15-year long service certificate, so I'm aiming for 20. That's awesome. That's a great achievement. That is something to be very proud of. Another smoky day here, so stuck inside for a while anyway. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry. I wasn't stuck inside because of smokiness, but I was stuck inside because of the raininess. I thought you were like way south than us, Jen. I'm not seeing any smoke here. Did you have bad weather? We didn't get a drop the last. Yeah, it's been raining for like 4 days, Jen. Yesterday I woke up at like 7 o'clock in the morning and it was so bad. It was like lightning, thunderstorm, it was shaking the whole trailer house. The rain was coming down so stinking hard. I thought yesterday was gonna be a bad day, but it turned out to be an alright day. But it was 4 days like that. Just rain. And it had me stuck in bed. Ugh, that first sip of coffee, you guys, is so good. I see we had a fairly massive fire near us earlier in the year, and I mean, it was near us. It was just over 3 miles from our house. It was freaking scary. Evacuation plan was thought of on feet. Yeah, that is scary. Oh, you're northeast of me. I'm in light smoke. See, maybe I just don't notice it because I don't know. I think when you have breathing issues, it affects you a lot more. Maybe I just don't notice it. I don't know. Cats are tearing everything out. They tore out my jar of mixed nuts. My directions, like, they're horrible. I would definitely get lost if I didn't have a compass or something in the woods because I get so turned around. I'm really, really bad about northeast, west, and south. Even Nate was hacking today. Oh, it's horrible. Went to my work the morning after the fire started and the sky was just eerie. It was like the fire was right upon us. Yeah, that would be super scary. I've only dealt with a few wildfires in my life, and only one of them was like super close. But I lived in Montana for 8 years, and in Montana they got a lot of wildfires. And then I lived in California for a little while with my dad, and he lived on top of a big, huge hill, the side of a mountain, I guess you could say. And they're not even like in their dry weather, they're not even supposed to like mow their grass because it could spark a flame and stuff and start wildfires. And this guy that lived below the mountain down the hill, he was trying to fill his lawnmower up, spilt some of the gas, and then started his lawnmower up, and it did. It sparked a flame, and it caught like the whole yard on fire, and it basically went up, and it would be behind my dad's house. It went up the mountain and behind there, and it destroyed several houses. It was horrible. And they also had the evacuation plan and everything, and everybody had to be evacuated to a local school and stuff like that. But the firemen, the police, the sheriff, everybody was out there, helicopters. It was super scary. And we had to like pull everything out of the house that was, important documents and everything. And my dad, he was not leaving the property. He was putting up a fight, and he was in his undies and on top of the roof of the trailer house, and he had a garden hose, and he was keeping all the surrounding area and the sides of the trailer soaking wet. And the sheriff went up there. We were all evacuated, me and my stepmom, my nephew. I don't know who else. I think my little sister was there at the time. But we were all evacuated out, and my dad refused, and the sheriffs went up there and tried to get him down. They're like, nope. He's like, I'm staying, I'm protecting my property. And it was like him and the neighbor's house. Those were the only two houses that survived. A bunch of others burnt down. It's okay. I enjoyed seeing the helicopters fly over and thinking about how they stay up in the air with the Bambi buckets hanging underneath the helicopter. Montana, I'd love to live there. Yeah, Montana is gorgeous. And I'll tell you though, it's a really rough life. It's tough. I mean, even if you live in town, it's tough. I never lived. No, I can't say that. I lived in town for a little bit, but I lived up in the mountains up by um, Glacier National Park is where I lived up there. It's beautiful, beautiful up there, but the economy is horrible. As a lot of people live in poverty in Montana. They don't tell you that, but they do. And most of the income that Montana gets is from tourists and outsiders. So it's like in Montana, they only get like a month or two of summer. They don't get very much summer at all. So that's the only time they have to make money. The rest of the time it's winter time. And it's just really, really hard to survive out there unless you have like a really, really good paying job. Several insurance companies are no longer willing to do home insurance in California. Really? I didn't know that. I can't do town. Sounds glorious. Yeah, we have enough industry here to have jobs. Yeah, that's the thing. When you live so rural out in the mountains and stuff like that, you don't have the industry, you don't have the jobs and stuff. So, thankfully, with me being in the nursing field and always being an STNA, no matter what town or city or state I moved to, I'd always have a job. So, they're not always the best paying, but I'd always have a job no matter where I went. But learning Montana life was pretty awesome because it was awesome at times and it sucked at times because if you were a nurse's aide and back then when I lived in Montana, Montana got some snow, and I'm talking snow, like feet of snow, and we'd get snowed in and nobody could make it to work, so you just didn't go to work, you stayed home. But the downside about that is if you were at work when we had a snowfall like that, you were stuck at work. You got assigned a bed and you got to stay at work and they'd feed you and everything. But it was a totally different lifestyle than I was used to. My last job was in home care. I really miss it. Yeah. I, when I worked like I don't know. I'm crazy. I, I don't even know how to explain it, but my whole career, I've worked two or three jobs at a time. I've never just had one job. I've always had two or three. And I've always pulled like 90 some hours a week. And that's just the way I survived. And I always had one job in a nursing home, and that was like my home base. That was like my main job. And then I always did agency nursing, which meant I would travel from nursing home to nursing home when somebody called off, which was pretty good money. And then my third job was always doing home health, and it just gave me a different atmosphere. I get like really bored easily. I think I have like ADD or ADHD or something. I don't know. But I have a hard time staying focused and keeping my attention if I get bored. So I got to change things up and stay super, super busy. Um, so that's what those three jobs allowed me to do. So like I said, it was a different atmosphere. It was a different type of work. So I really enjoyed it. The downside of it was I never had a home life. I was always gone. I was always working. I was always taking care of everybody else but myself and my family. I came home to eat, sleep, and which there wasn't much sleep, but I come home to eat, sleep, and shower, and go right back to it. I'd rather fly in a helicopter than fixed wing aircraft. I haven't even flown in an aircraft of any type in the last 4 years of travel. 95% of the travel in this time has been an overnight coach. That's awesome. I had one job where I was a soybean tech, then had my kids after the divorce. I did 3 jobs yet. Get so bored. Yeah, I get really bored. Hey, Shift Kicker, good morning. Good to see you. Hope all is well and you slept good. I've basically been a nurse's aide since I was 16. I did other jobs too. Like I said, I've always had like 2 or 3 jobs. When I was 16, I worked at a nursing home. I worked during that time, I worked at the nursing home and I worked at Olive Garden as a hostess and I worked at Taco Bell all at the same time. And then another time I was an STNA in the nursing home, and then I worked like in a Christmas tree farm, trimming Christmas trees. That was hell. That was a lot of work, and it was super hot. I had no idea what that job was about, but it made good money. So basically, STNA, and what else did I do in my life? Oh, at one point in my life when I was doing STNA work, I was also doing heating and cooling. Doing I was like a receptionist, but my job was to send guys out on service calls. So I was basically making appointments and sending out service calls was the job there. Yeah. Oh, I worked at Harry and David's for a little bit too. I was the nurse's assistant, and I was placing orders for Harry and David. Those computer jobs though, like I can't do it. I can't sit still for like 8 hours at a time. It was too much for me. And then those ones they would make me really bored. Like as soon as I was interested when I was learning the software and learning how to do stuff and placing the orders and learning all the logistics from behind the scenes, I was completely content. But once I learned it, then I was like, all right, something new. I can't do this anymore. This is horrible. Took a skinny dog greyhound, Australia in 2020, and a company called Premier Motor Service in 2021. 14 hours to get, wow, 14 hours. And 18 in 2021. What a trip. I bet. That's a long time. Oh my gosh, these cats. They're driving me crazy. My worst job maybe stayed 2 days washing football players' uniforms. At the college. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. That would drive me nuts. I think I'll tell you my worst job. I didn't even stay an hour, and of course it was a nursing home job, and it was in a small little town, and it was through the agency. They sent me to this tiny little hole in the wall nursing home, but it was a nursing home that nobody like wanted to work, and there was all kinds of rumors, and I really didn't want to go because I heard all the horror stories, and but they offered me like an insane amount. It was like $36 an hour to go to this nursing home because nobody would go. And one of my girlfriends, she before I picked the shift up, she went and she said it wasn't too horrible. It wasn't as bad as everybody was saying. And she said, but it might have been just that day that she was there, you know? Like they might have had a good day or whatever. But when I showed up, I had Barrett drive me to that job because it was so far out and it was in the middle of a cornfield. There was like nothing around. It was like the oddest place to have a nursing home. It was like Children of the Corn creepy stuff. And so I made him drive me there. And I was already nervous, and I was like, don't leave, just sit here in the parking lot for like 20 minutes and make sure like I check in and everything's cool. Okay, cats, you gotta go. Um, and I walk in, and like they had already had, and it was a morning shift. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and they already had some residents up, and they were in geriatric chairs, which Jen, you probably know. And it's basically a plastic, not plastic, but I don't know, a vinyl chair that lays back and stuff. And they had like 6 people already up, but they were like a mess, and they were not clean. They were dirty. Everybody in there was screaming. It was like something out of a horror movie, like a psychiatric center or something. Everybody was screaming, and then the building was like so old. I didn't even know that they had like 2 floors, so you had to take an elevator. And the nurse was like telling me everything that's going on. I was freaking out just looking at the surroundings and hearing everybody scream and everything. I'm trying to chase these cats outside. Get outside, go play. And I was just freaked out. My anxiety was through the roof. The nurse was like telling me what was going on. She was like, "I'm really sorry, but we're going to be short staffed." I hadn't clocked in yet. I haven't signed in. She's just like rambling and giving me a report before I even had a chance to like set my bags down or anything. And she was like, "I'm really sorry you're short staffed. It's just going to be you and a nurse today." And there was like on the night shift, it was like 3 aides and 2 nurses, and they weren't willing to stay. Nobody was going to work overtime. And she was like, "It's just going to be you and another nurse on day shift. So you got to take this elevator upstairs, and you're going to be on that floor, and the nurse is going to be on the downstairs floor. And you guys are basically going to have to try to work together." And I'm like, "Oh, nope, ain't." I was like, "I got to run to my car real quick." And I bounced. I was out. I know that was like not a good thing. I probably shouldn't have done that, but no. I was not going to be stuck there like that. That is ridiculous. Hey, Moonlight, good to see you. Sorry, I was talking away, not paying attention to chat. I hope you slept well. I hope your grandbabies are doing good. 690 miles. Wow. Dallas County Scrouchers. Hello and welcome. Good to see you this morning. Jen says, "Is anything close, Joe?" Joe says, "Not really. I'm in a regal town in South Wales. Anything is still at least a minimum 30 miles drive from where I live." Wow. I know, right, Jen? I'd be sore so bad too. I would have bounced too much liability, right? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I ain't getting in trouble for these people. I know it's not legal, Jen. It's definitely not legal. That's why I was like, I'm out of here. Thankfully, if it would have been a totally different situation, had I walked in, clocked in, and signed in and everything, then I would have been liable. But because I was smart enough not to sign in and clock in yet, I wasn't reliable for anything. I can say back then anyway, you could say you would take a shift, and if you showed up and anything was a ray or wasn't legit or anything, you didn't have to stay as long as you hadn't signed in yet. So legally, I was still all right. Morally, it upset me. Morally, it bothered me because I don't like promising doing something and then not doing it. But legally, I had the right to. Yes, everyone is good. Getting ready to head to her game. Awesome. I wish her luck. I hope they win. Jess, that wasn't even legal, the patient nurse ratio. No, it wasn't. You just came in and say hello. I'm going to sign off. Take care, everyone. All right, Joe. Thanks so much. It was a great conversation this morning. I hope you have a beautiful day. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the nursing world that is not legal and legit that they get away with. It's ridiculous. I walked out once from a client, called the boss, said I didn't feel safe, argued with that. Oh, you want to hear a story? I was so ticked off. I was working for the agent or for the traveling agency, and the nursing home that I picked up the shift for was local. They were super short staffed. They are always, everybody around here has always been super short staffed forever and ever. But this nursing home was different because I knew it and I knew the residents, I knew the routine, I knew what I was supposed to do. It was a bit different. So they were short staffed this day, and it wasn't like extremely short staffed. I had at least another aide with me, and we ended up taking two sections. So it was two of us working two sections of residents, and then two two nurses, which it should have been two nurses and four aides. So we were pretty short staffed, but we got it. We were getting it done. Like we were busting butt, and we were on. I specialized in Alzheimer's, sundowners, all that, and we were working on the lockdown unit, and I was getting a report from the night shift aides, and they were like, she said, and there's a lady, she's going home today. This is her name, so and so, and da 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 da. But she's on one, so that takes like makes it even shorter. So we all had to take turns doing one. Well, I took the first shift doing one until her husband came to get her. Her husband was supposed to be there at like noon to pick her up, and she was going home. He was going to take care of her at home. So we were doing, one-on-ones with her, and we were walking down the hall, and she had Alzheimer's, and I don't even remember why, but she got to like she was getting into everybody's stuff. She was going into other rooms and tearing stuff out of the drawers and stuff like that. So that's why she was one-on-one, and not only that, she was very physical. So we were trying to keep her out of rooms and just walk with her, let her walk in the corridors and stuff. And so I was doing that, and she tried to go into another patient's room, and I said, "No, you can't. You can't go in there." I was like, "Come on, let's go down this way." I don't want to. And I was like, "Well," I was like, "This is somebody else's room, so let's go find something else to get into." And she got so mad. She grabbed a hold of my arm, scratched it, and then she spit on me. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I had open sores, and then she spit on me, and within like an hour, if that, I had raised bumps all up and down my arm. I have pictures of it still somewhere, but I had these red circles that were raised all down my arm. It was horrible looking, and it started getting like really hot to the touch, and it was just very pronounced. You could tell there was something wrong. And I told my nurse, I was like, I don't like this. There's something wrong. I have to leave. I've got to go to like urgent care or the hospital or something and get this checked out and see what the heck this woman gave me. And they were like, no, you can't leave. We're short staffed. You're not going anywhere. And they were really nasty about it. And I was like, excuse me? And they're like, yeah, you can't leave. We're too short staffed. So I started calling my agency to try to get a hold of them and tell them what was going on, that they refused to allow me to get medical attention. And my agency, the lady that was supposed to be on call, she wasn't answering. I believe it was a weekend. It was day shift on a weekend. And she wasn't answering her phone, which she was supposed to because she was on call. And I got off the phone, and the nurse that I was working with, she was like, did you get a hold of your company. And I lied. I straight lied. I said, yeah. And they said I could leave. And I left. And I went straight to urgent care. And the agency that I was working for, that lady that wouldn't answer the phone, she called me back and she was super nasty. She was like, why would you lie and say I told you you could leave? I said, because they were refusing me medical attention and I needed medical attention. I said, and you didn't answer your phone. I didn't know what else to do. So I lied and I said that you gave me permission. And she was like, well, where are you now? I said, I'm sitting in urgent care right now. And she was like, well, as soon as you get out of urgent care, I want a phone call back to know what's going on. And I said, okay. So I went through urgent care and they confirmed, they did tests on me and everything. She gave me staph, you guys. She gave me a staph infection and it was really bad. And I called the lady back after I got out of there and I told her, I took pictures of my paperwork and stuff and sent them to her email. And I called her back and I was like, yeah, for your information, I have staph now. I was pissed. And she was, again, really snotty with me. And I basically told her that I was contacting the company, like the higher ups, and I was gonna tell them what the heck she did and what was going on. And I did. She ended up getting in a lot of trouble. She lost her job. There was a big, huge investigation going on with that nursing home and how they handled all the stuff not allowing me to leave. It was horrible. And not only was the stress of that horrible, but I also freaking was allergic to the antibiotics that they gave me. This was one of the like first incidents that happened that changed me over from pharmaceuticals to natural medicine. And I ended up going through like 5 different antibiotics because I was so allergic to all the antibiotics they were giving me. It was horrible. And not only was I allergic to the antibiotics, they weren't working in my system. So I still had this crap all over my arm that I couldn't get rid of. It was horrible. It's hard saying what's under someone's nails. Yuck. Yeah, I know. So crazy. And that was towards the end of my nursing career. Like, that was the first time that I'd ever contracted anything from a nursing home. So I was livid. I was so mad. All right, Moonlight, you have a great day too. Firefly, hey, hey, good to see you. And then after that incident and those nurses at that nursing home, I refused. I told my agency I would never go back to that nursing home. If that's the way they're going to treat their aides and not allow medical attention, then I didn't want anything to do with them. So I ended up never going back to that nursing home anyway. Ugh. Some of the stuff they put you through, put the nurses or the nurse aides through, is just insane. Completely not legal. Make sure I didn't skip anything. So yeah, Jen. Yep. Those antibiotics are murder. I'm with you. I now avoid docs. I avoid docs too. And the funny thing about that is I researched and researched staph infection and what I could use for home remedies, and it took me a long time. I dealt with that thing for like, I don't know, 2 weeks, and I couldn't work. I couldn't work the whole time because I had a staph infection. It could be spread to everybody. So I'm trying to figure out on my own how to get rid of this freaking thing without antibiotics. I was so irritated. And finally, I come across Manuka honey from Australia, and I started researching Manuka honey and found out all the good properties of Manuka honey and skin infections and stuff like that. And I went to our local drugstore or like health food store and got a jar of Manuka honey. And when I was doing the research, they were saying how the K factor in Manuka honey is what you're looking for. The higher the K factor, the better the potency. And I think at the time I got a K factor of 28. You guys, I put Manuka honey on my arm that night, wrapped it up with some cloth, and then bandaged it. Not even 24 hours, it was almost completely healed. The raisedness of the red bumps were gone. I mean, the red bumps were still there, but they reduced in size. They weren't swelled up. They weren't itchy. And then I did it for a second night. And the next day on the second night, they were completely gone. Gone. I was blown away. I was like, this is insane. If I can heal myself with natural medicine like this and not have to take an antibiotic, this is what I'm doing for life. But I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I was telling everybody about it. Oh, I'm sorry. Dad looks like crap, but still asleep. I hope he starts feeling better. That honey and colloid silver we keep on stock, right? Like, that was just my beginning of my journey, though. I was just so blown away. Pharmaceutical grade Manuka honey is also great for diabetic wounds. Yes, and I knew that. Working in nursing homes ER, I knew that, but it never clicked in my brain. Like, I know that they use the pharmaceutical grade Manuka honey for like bed wounds and things like that, or at least some places do. And it never clicked in my brain to put it on a staph infection. But when it did and it worked, I was just like, I was so happy. Bomber Steve says all honey is a natural antiseptic and full of healthy enzymes. Look into propolis too. That's awesome. Good to see you, Bomber Steve. It's been so long. I missed you. Okay, it comes from bees and it is a bees antiseptic. Awesome, awesome. Yes, the best Manuka honey comes from New Zealand too, not Australia. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I said Australia and I meant New Zealand. You're right. My bad. But I do know they Australia has Manuka honey too. But I can't remember the name of the flower. Bomber Steve might know, but it's a certain flower the bees take the nectar from to make that Manuka honey. I had a doctor with balls back in the day. He took me aside and said, "Start researching." 25 years ago, I could get pregnant with a total diet overhaul. That's awesome. I miss the old school doctors. They don't make doctors like they did back in the day. And they actually did the research. Like Barrett was telling me stories, that when they went to the doctor, which was very, very rare, but when they did go to the doctor would see what was going on, listen to you, and then send you home and then do his research and call you back in a day or two and then tell you what he thought and tell you the research that he found and give you options of what you wanted to do. Nowadays, they don't even care. They just write you a script and boot you out the door. To guess, Dad used to have royal jelly. We had a great speaker at our bee club, and he was harvesting. It's an amazing healing substance. That's awesome. It's from the tea tree oil tree. I didn't know that, Jen. I didn't know that part of it. Today's healthcare system, all we are is numbers, right? I always say guinea pigs. because they never know what they're prescribing. And these commercials, oh my gosh, these commercials on the pharmaceuticals, they kill me. Does not everybody like actually sit and listen to these commercials? Because I do. And they say, they give you your drug, what drug that they're going to give you to heal you or whatever. And then on the commercial, it's like, it'll cause seizures or death or paralysis. And they go on for not hours, but they go on and on and on about all these life-threatening things that could happen to you. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, do people not listen to this? Like, it's so crazy to me. Hey, we will claim anything from New Zealand as our own Laugh Out Loud Crowded House and many others, like in the Doc Holliday movie. Shift leaving, bye shifts, have a good day. I got some royal jelly. The smell bothers me, but if a migraine is bad enough, I'll choke it down. I don't know what royal jelly is. I'll have to look that up. They can't make money on healthy people. I know, but it's just ridiculous. If we all boycotted the pharmaceutical company, then they would have to change. I'm just saying. Royal jelly is secreted from a gland on the worker's bees. A larva fed all royal jelly during its development will have its reproductive system activated and emerge as a queen. Hmm. Apparently, royal jelly is good for people trying to conceive. Not sure if it's right. Yeah, I never heard of that. That's pretty cool, though. That's really interesting. You guys, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I first started my YouTubing, I tried. Bomber Steve, don't take offense. I tried so hard to get into the bees and do the beehives and all that. We actually had a beehive swarm or a bees swarm, and we had a guy come out and catch them for me because I had no idea what I was doing. I had no experience with bees whatsoever, other than being stung. And so I had a guy come out, and I bought a whole kit from him: the beehive, the suit, the smoker, like everything. He caught the bees for me, and then he took them away for like a couple of days. He said you have to take them away from where they swarmed at because they were actually in the house. They were in Alberta's house. So he took them away from the property for a couple of days and then brought them back to reintroduce to the beehive so they wouldn't go straight back to the house and go right back to where they came from. So we did that, and basically I tried really hard to learn about the bees. There was so much information. It was so intense. And the guys that are on YouTube, no offense, don't take this wrong, anybody that's listening. The guys that were on YouTube explaining how to take care of bees, there was just so much information. They were so passionate and they just talked so fast. I could not retain the information. I could not understand what it was like learning a foreign language. I could not understand the beehive concepts and taking care of bees. And I was just like, well, they're in the hive. Hopefully they'll produce honey, and that's it. And basically, I just let the bees be on their own in this beehive, and I tried to protect it for winter the best I could. I don't even remember what all I did, but I put sides on the beehive and stuff. And then come the following spring, or that summer, what was it? The turkeys were free ranging, and the turkeys would sit by the beehive, and just like as soon as the bee would fly out, the turkey would grab it and eat it. So then I had to lock up the turkeys. I don't know how many bees they ate doing that. And then I got the turkeys away, and then I let them go over winter and everything. I didn't really do anything but try to protect them. And then that following spring, I opened up the beehive to look to see what was going on, see if we had any honey. And I don't know what it was, but there's these like roly-poly bugs or something like that. They were everywhere in the beehive. They had eating everything. They ate the bees, they ate the honey, they ate like everything. I was like, what the heck? So my beehive died, and then I was like, nope, I ain't doing this. I don't understand it. Hey, Kaz, good to see you. I'm catching up with the chat now. If you think of something for my extreme paralysis instead of the nasty drug may cause death commercial, let me know. All right, I will let you know if I find some, Firefly. Palmer Steve says, dang, you got that many now? We have 15 beehives now. I have harvested over 250 pounds of honey this season. We have just packed them down for the winter. That's a lot. Firefly says, my ex has 3. Firefly, I use tea tree oil and I can't ever say that one, the silver. I didn't have it bad, but it went away. That's awesome. With dandruff too. Hey sis, Jess and Mr. Jess. Mr. Jess is still sleeping. He's sleeping in. Here's the thing about beekeepers. Ask 10 beekeepers the question and you'll get 15 different answers. Simple beekeeping is best and having a mental is the way to go. Yes, that's a thing too. I would hear different things from every channel. Like it wasn't the same response on anything. It was just so confusing and so overwhelming to me. All right, Jen, you have a good day. Thanks so much for hanging out and chatting with us. I need like a step-by-step mentor who's going to walk me through. But like I said, I just gave up on it. I'm just like, whatever. Like, I can't afford to put all that money into bees and then them to die. Bees are expensive. And anything that has to do with bees is expensive. Oh, yeah. Are you not diluting it, Firefly? You need to dilute it with like coconut oil or something, almond oil or olive oil or something. Most of the essential oils you use, you gotta dilute it. Get a baby pig instead. I will. Firefly, I will have baby pigs again. That is a definite. I don't know when or how, but as soon as we get our finances in order again, I will definitely be shopping for baby pigs. Hold on, I just kicked them all out of the house, Firefly. Let me see if I can find yours. Where's the kitties? Kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. I don't know. The black and white one and the black one's hiding from me. I don't know where they're at. Where's your brothers? Huh? Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. There's the black one. Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. Midnight, where's your other kitten? Huh? You don't get to see it, Firefly. I can't find them. Oh, here, you can see the black kitten. Because I don't know where your kitten is. I know, you want down. Okay, time to go to bed, people. Take care and hope you're doing well, Jess. Great to see you again. Yeah, it was great seeing you too. Have a nice sleep. Maybe if I put some food in the dish, it'll come running. Get down. Nope. It must be getting into something it shouldn't be getting into, Firefly. Here's your food, cats. Come here a second, you. You can eat in a second. Here's a tiger one. Up, up. Come here, Blackie. Oh, here we go, Firefly. You still there? Where were you hiding at, buddy? Here's your kitten, Firefly. Alright, you can go eat now. Got cat hair everywhere. Oh, let's do this one. Woohoo! Baby pigs, call one Kaz, please. I don't. I think Barrett just yelled for me. I don't know when I'll be getting baby piglets again, but I hope, hopefully by next summer. I don't know. Are you screaming? What? Are you screaming? No. Oh. He's screaming, but not for me. He's screaming at the dog. Where's your slippers? I don't know where to take them off at. And in front of the couch. What Firefly say? Okay, this is going to be a joke. Getting up off the floor, everyone's still. Oh my gosh. Why are you on the floor? Why are you sleeping on the floor, Fire? Kaz, if I named the baby pig Kaz, that would be hilarious because when I'm training them, I'll be yelling at it. Kaz, no! Stop it! Behave yourself! Hey, Coco, good morning. Good to see you. I was going to sleep at Friends, but was too tired to drive the hour. You don't have an extra bed or couch or recliner or something? A blow up mattress? That's gotta be rough. There's no way I'd make it the night on the floor. Morning, babe. Morning. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken macaroni, chicken macaroni.
Too early.
It's not too early. It's a beautiful day.
Too early.
Yeah, you're not chopping my head off.
Slice your tongue off.
Hey, be nice.
That'd be nice.
No, that's not nice.
What are you doing? You live?
Yeah, I'm live.
No wonder you're singing that duck wing, chicken wing.
Duck wing.
Chicken wings, spaghetti or something.
Coco says, "Where's my favorite man?"
They're gonna tell us where's he at.
Firefly says, "Morning."
Morning. Morning, 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 morning.
I know, right, sis? Jess, I'm asking you to, please. I would love it. All right.
These guys are hell bent today again.
Yeah, they're horrible. I was standing here and that black cat like literally climbed my leg up like a tree twice. It hurt so bad. Cass says, "Good morning, Mr. Jess."
Morning.
Stop being grouchy, Dean, Firefly says.
I'm not grouchy. She threw my grouchy jams away.
You didn't have grouchy jams. You had Elmo.
Oh, Elmo.
Cass says, "Mr. Jess, don't be naughty to my sis."
I'm not naughty to her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just grouchy.
You just said you weren't grouchy. I'm pretty annoying to him, though, you guys. I bring it on to myself.
Yeah, she's trying to improve.
I'm trying to improve. So, in the mornings when he's like really grouchy, I'll show you what I do to him. And he gets really annoyed.
Stop. Don't start.
I'll either sing to him, the chicken wing song.
Oh, don't care too. That don't bug me that much.
Huh?
The chicken wing song.
Or I'll go like this.
Okay, that's enough. What?
I do that and laugh and smile.
Now you got me all wet.
He's not gonna laugh and smile though because he's on live.
I just got up.
I know. And when you woke up grouchy yesterday and I did that to you.
I wasn't grouchy yesterday.
Yes, you was. You're grouchy every morning.
No, I'm not.
Barrett's not a morning person. I'm a morning person.
How come you're on the computer?
No, just truth. No, I don't. Coco says, "Hey, handsome Barrett."
Hello.
Huh?
Why aren't you on there?
I can't figure out the keyboard. It won't turn on.
Turn the switch on.
I looked and looked. Where's the switch?
On the back side. Right there. Yep. On the side. Right there.
Oh. No wonder I couldn't find it. It was super tiny.
Well, I shut it off because the cat's knocked it over.
I looked and looked and looked and I couldn't find it.
It's on the mouse too.
Cass says, "Yes, so that's why you love our systems, Jess." Yes, you smell bacon, Firefly. I got the bacon on. I'm ready to eat. I'm starving. It's 9 o'clock.
Ready to go swimming?
Yeah, guess what? Bear got the swimming pool up and running. Super excited.
Yeah,
It's gonna be freezing cold though because it's been cold here. So the water is freezing. You filled half of it up with the spring water and half of it with the creek water. So it's gonna be super cold.
Creek water's still spring fed.
I know. Well, that's why I said. Because the creek is still spring fed. It's gonna be super cold. Until we have like a couple 90-degree
Gotta
days.
get some shock for it.
I know.
And some more bleach. Chlorine, they won't call it.
I was reading an article last night about borax. You can use borax in a swimming pool. Did you know that? You know what I'm talking about? The stuff that I use to make laundry detergent.
Doesn't that make bubbles?
No, it doesn't make bubbles. But the article on Facebook, it was actually a group chat, and people were talking how they treat their pool with borax instead of the bleach and stuff. Borax and baking soda is more natural instead of having all that chlorine and bleach in there.
Yeah.
And they're actually saying how it works.
Huh.
So we're gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand, like, they're saying you have to use the test strips and test your pH and all that stuff so you can get it accurate or whatever.
I don't know. Just jump in the water and cool off. You're not drinking it.
Coco says no, Firefly. That's not bacon. That's Barrett's fear of me. You smell.
Fear of what?
Her.
That's funny.
In UK is the shortened version from the name Caroline. Huh. I don't know that. Firefly says awesome. I love cold water. I want to go in the lake later. It better be nicer out here today because I want to swim, right, Firefly? Yes, please. I will have some bacon. Hey, baby.
Chicken wing.
Hot dog and bologna.
Spaghetti sauce and tacos.
Hanging with my homie. Spaghetti sauce and tacos. They don't even go together.
Well, that's the reason I want to use it.
Cold water relieves my skin pain. I get that. Ice packs relieve my back pain.
That burns me.
Barrett can't stand cold. I don't get it. He says it burns the skin.
It does.
I don't see how. It's the weirdest thing I ever heard.
Any big raccoons?
I haven't seen any today.
Here.
Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. Chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies.
Why are you shaking your hips?
I don't know.
Shake them again.
No.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Shake your hips.
No, I'm not shaking my hips no more. Ah! Firefly! For baby flea bags food. Thank you so much. Firefly donated $10. Thank you. Yes, hit the like button. May I have a big sandwich, please? Sure.
Bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
I know, that sounds so good. I can't wait until our tomatoes come in. We need to hurry up and grow. I want
We gotta start making steaks.
fresh, juicy tomato. I know. Well, maybe we can do that today. You want to do that today?
You took that top off that saw.
No, we didn't.
Did you put it back on?
I didn't touch the saw.
When you grabbed the cooler.
I didn't touch the saw. Or I didn't touch the saw.
The cooler's on top of the saw.
Oh, that was your lid?
It rained. I got soaking wet.
It didn't rain. It hasn't rained today. Oh, it rained yesterday. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know the cooler was a purpose.
I ain't getting these there in oil it anyways. They're finding his blades.
Huh?
I still don't know what we did with his blades.
I need to harvest some more spinach too before it goes to seed.
Yeah.
And I need to pull that spinach out.
What?
Well, some of it. I can keep some of it for seed, but
Can't you just let it keep on growing?
no, it'll go to seed. And then it'll die.
So if you clip it, you'll still get a seed.
If I what?
Cut it.
Yeah, if I cut it, it'll still go to seed. It's trying to go to seed now.
You dig some of that mustard up or whatever it is, horseradish.
I know. We ought to do that in the fall. We gotta remember to do it in the fall.
It's been 10 years since it's planted. It's probably root system clear across the field.
I love that song. It really annoys everyone, especially first thing in the morning. I love it too, Coco. I'll take burnt bacon, cheese, and mayo sandwich. Yum, that sounds good too. Cass, if there I have to pass on tomato, I'm allergic to them and anything to do with tomato, that stuff.
Probably the acid in them.
Yeah. Firefly says Kit wants to go to the pool. Oh, there goes the almond. Does it know his kids? I can't see. You're in the way.
They got stuff in the back.
I know, they must be going to sell stuff. They got a big white cooler on the back of their buggy. They got one hanging out the right side of the buggy too. Wonder where they're going today.
I ain't think about coming here, Buzz, but you know you're not out in this road. Buzzy butt. Wacky.
Cat says I won't change mine to like firefly sandwich that, but the burnt bacon, yummy. But not the burnt bacon. Yay! Firefly made it off the floor.
What's she doing on the floor?
She's at her dad's. Her dad had triple hernia surgery, so she stayed the night with her dad.
She slept on the floor?
Yeah. It sounds like torture, doesn't it?
Yeah. You might just say that bed we're sleeping on the floor.
Really?
Wait.
I thought you loved that bed.
I gotta fix that middle part. I think you got it jacked up too high. And flip that mattress.
Are you hungry for breakfast?
No, thank you.
got 9 people watching. Woohoo! I hope Dragon's okay. He didn't say goodbye or anything last night. He must have been tired. That's not like him not to say goodbye or good night. But then again, I guess my live did get cut off.
Huh?
My live got cut off at the end.
You did. Why?
I don't know, because I played that song. Let's go down to the river and pray. But it never cut off before when I played that, so I don't know.
Huh.
I wish I lived closer to Firefly, or you live closer.
Ride your horse.
Firefly isn't the one with the horse there.
Oh,
You always get Mooney and Firefly mixed up.
well, then she needs to buy a horse.
Firefly, buy a horse and ride here. Then you won't have to worry about gas.
Or get a couple goats in a buggy.
That would be great to see somebody coming down the road with a goat and buggy wagon.
There's goats be all over the place trying to get
Probably.
weeds and everything else to eat.
I know.
Might take a couple years to get here.
I don't know. There was that old man. I can't remember where I seen that, but he had the goats in a buggy and he trained them.
Yeah, 'cause he stuck a pole out there with a carrot at the end.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. It's in a book or something. Or a show. We going camping tonight?
I ain't camping nowhere.
Out in the field?
No. The last time we tried to do that, I about died.
Oh, I'll put a mattress down or something.
You're gonna blow up my inner suit so I can sleep on it.
Yeah.
The last time we tried to do that, you were just as much pain as I was, and you said, I ain't doing this again.
He was holding the mattress.
We didn't even have a mattress on the ground. It was just a sleeping bag. And we lasted maybe 2 hours.
You lasted maybe 2 hours and
You
came
too.
up.
You just used me as your excuse. Yeah. She said she's gonna get a Brumby like Jim Craig.
You what?
A Brumby. A wild horse.
Mm.
From the man from Snowy River. I think growing up, he was like the sexiest man alive. In real life, he's not very attractive though. But in that movie, he was.
All makeup.
I don't care. He was still good looking.
Yeah. What's another?
My eggshells.
Mm.
Has to take a detour to the UK, pick me up. We go visit Jess and there. Hey Brian, good to see you. I wouldn't mind going to the UK. I don't know about nowadays, but I don't want to travel anywhere. But back in the day,
We're gonna travel the United States before we go someplace else.
Barrett's always we'd rather travel the U.S. and the little towns around here before we go out of state or out of country.
How many places have we came across that didn't even know it was on the map?
A lot.
That's just in Ohio.
A lot.
I didn't even heard of them. Morning, Brian.
You getting hungry? Hey.
What?
Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and
Eggs hurting
macaroni,
it does seem
chilling with
fill her
my
mouth up.
homie. What?
The eggs hurt and get done so you can fill your mouth up with food.
Good morning, Barrett.
We'll get a muzzle.
Yeah, what are you gonna use the muzzle on? Because you sure ain't getting it on me.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
I'll wait till you're asleep.
That'd be the worst time because I'll be fighting in my sleep. I'm not nice when you wake me up.
Well, was the kitchen a mess with these cats?
Yes. I had my purse out on the floor and everything pulled out of my purse. They had my seeds on the floor. They had my herbs on the floor. They're horrible. They had the garden things on the floor. I took away twice from them and they kept finding them.
I don't know how to get these tabs off the bottom of these chairs. One right
I
there.
know. I keep putting them back on there and then get them off. I don't get it. Ryan's laughing at me. What you cooking, Jess? Eggs and bacon.
What is this? These fridge getting bigger or tables getting bigger or something?
Cass says, and I come to you, Barrett. I want to eat my sister's yummy food, and I want to try that ride on mower, Barrett.
Right on mower.
The mower, yeah. The riding mower.
Garden tractor?
Yeah.
Well, she's never rode a garden tractor.
Probably not.
Tell her she can get on the 4-wheeler.
Yeah, you can come ride the 4-wheeler, Cass. That's funner than the lawn mower. Okay, Dad scared crap out of me. He's in a recliner. Didn't sleep? He didn't sleep?
Tell her I'll hook the sled up to the 4-wheeler and pull her around.
Yeah, that would be fun. Do you hear that, Cass? He's gonna hook the sled up to the 4-wheeler and he'll pull you around.
Hold on tight.
We'd be laughing so freaking hard we crowd pee ourselves. My phone is outside.
Get it on the computer.
See if I can hear this. Sorry if I made you all dizzy. Oh! It fell. Can you move this, please? Thanks.
That's what it is. Table slid this way. It's not in the center of the light.
Okay, deal, sis. I will one day. Okay, Barrett?
What?
She said she'll ride the 4-wheeler on the sled. Brian says I'm making him hungry. He didn't sleep because of pain and not used to sleeping on his back. Plus, he took the brace thing off that's holding in his gut. Oh no. So I guess the plan today is to make tomato steaks. I got most of the kitchen cleaned up this morning. I just got to put the stuff away from the farmer's market. And then I got to clean up the living room a bit.
You gotta get the swim pool, scrub it down.
I'm not getting in that swimming pool this cold. It's only 58 degrees out.
And?
You trying to give me hypothermia?
No.
I'll freeze to death. Morning, babe.
Morning. What time did you get up?
I don't know. I didn't look at the clock. I think it was like 6:30 or 7:30. Or 6:30 or 7 or something like that. Well, no rain here right now. I'm out with the dog smoking. Oh, thank God
Those dogs have been barking all night long and they're still barking.
Thankfully we didn't have rain yet either today.
You know, I could hear those dogs when I was in school.
Really?
Probably driving the neighbors nuts.
Oh well. I don't care about them neighbors.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. Why are you staring at me? Quit watching me eat. They can't see me.
Yeah, they can. The phone's right there.
Mm-mm. That's the phone's recording.
She's licking the plate.
Stop! Don't tell them. The garden's doing great, Brian. Nothing's producing really yet.
You got scores coming up.
I've got, like, I'm not harvesting anything yet.
No.
Everything's still growing. I've got yellow summer squash that are babies. And they're growing. Hopefully.
You got wax beans.
I've got a couple wax beans.
You got peas.
Yeah. I get a pea here and there. But so far the garden is doing awesome.
Yeah, we got a pretty garden this year.
Mm-hmm.
Cabbage is huge. No heads yet. Just leaves.
Mm-hmm. Firefly says the lake is flat as a pancake. I gotta go in. Right, Firefly? That's what I say too. She says, screw the neighbors. Oh, yeah, and the lettuce. I had a beautiful head of lettuce. I had like 6 or 7 beautiful heads of lettuce until the deer came in and ate them.
They're growing back.
They are. They're growing back. Hopefully in a day or so they'll be like back to 100%.
Strawberries are doing great. They're bouncing back.
Yeah. Barrett planted the strawberries in the garden instead of the fence. Well, when we go out to do the steaks, we'll have to do a updated garden video. Cass says, I like carrots. Our carrots are doing awesome too. They're not like big enough to harvest or anything, but they're doing great.
Yeah, but they're in a raised bed.
Yeah, they are in a raised bed. But this will probably be like the first year in a long time that we've had a good carrot harvest. I hope.
I like to get some more raised beds built. You put your lettuce and stuff like that in it. Keep the deer and rabbits and stuff away from it. We gotta get that cold thing built.
Cold frame, yeah. Where are we gonna put that?
I don't know. I was thinking about on that slab of cement I would go out there, but I don't know.
We can't put it on cement, babe.
Well, put dirt and stuff down. I don't know. You throw fish in the swimming pool.
We're not putting fish in the swimming pool.
Yeah, they'll eat the dead skin off of you.
No.
Minnows.
Uh-uh.
Why not?
Because
You got a frog in there.
No, he's gone.
He came back.
I'm not swimming with them fish.
You put
I knew that was coming. No. You can put your fish in there and you can swim with your fish, and if they bite anything off, that'll be your problem. Brian's laughing at you.
He's laughing at you.
Mm-mm.
We'll put the gator in, the lizard.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
You ready to get dressed?
For what?
You ready to go to work?
That's too early.
I just ate. Let's
I just
go.
woke up.
You're awake. You had your cup of coffee.
No. Trying to straighten my back up here.
Brian says I put fish in my pool when I was a kid.
It's called fish therapy. They eat dead skin off you.
Cass says, yeah, the frog comes back only a leap year, Barrett.
Jess said she's going to do a video of the leapfrog.
I'm not. Cass says you're doing a video of a hula hoop.
Ooh. You trying to kill my hips?
You can't do a hula hoop?
Probably not. I'll throw something out of.
You'll throw something out.
Yeah, out of place.
You're just moving your hips.
You know, well, that's moving my body.
Alright. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna hop off of here. Brian's asking for a wood chipping video. Yes, Brian, I will get it. I promise.
Yeah.
Oh, Bear's been bugging me too, Brian.
Got all those twigs down there that need chopped up. I gotta take the rototiller down so you can get those flowers planted.
What? Say that again.
So you can get your flowers planted.
What flowers?
That you're gonna put on the outside the border of the fence.
Oh, yeah. I thought you gave up on that.
I was waiting for the ground to soften up.
Mm-hmm.
That ground was hard.
Cass says, oh, Barrett, can you hula hoop because you won't skip or use a skipping rope? You want a jump rope, babe?
No, the way my back is.
We could do the double skip rope.
Me jumping like damage something.
What's it going to damage? You have to put on a tight pair of underwear. Oh, my Lanta. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe. And until next time, know that you are loved. See you later. Bye. Brian says I haven't skipped in a long time.
I want a video, Brian.